Hi, so I wanted to make a quick little video while I was sitting here and something popped into my head. You can call it whatever you want. When you hear the words, let's let God's will be done, do you know what that means? Since every person on earth and every living thing and everything that you would probably consider not to be living, but totally is, everything is a piece of God. So that means that you have to let people be who people want to be, even if maybe sometimes it's something that you might not agree with wholeheartedly, and even sometimes if it's something that may not be perceived as a kind thing to do in any way, shape, or form. In that moment, that's that person's will, their aspect of God's will. And mind you, we have our own, and yes, we will be inspired to stand up for our piece of God's will, and speak of what's right and what's wrong, or not wrong, excuse me, all about that human language there. But, we're going to be moved to right what we feel is wrong, and to try and stand up for what we think isn't supposed to be happening, or, fight against things we don't think are supposed to be happening. But in the grand scheme of things, if we're all aspects of the divine and we're all pieces of God, then that means that the only way to actually do something about anything we may not like seeing is to respond with it with love. I mean, how else would you if you knew that whatever it is that you were looking at was a piece of God, despite what it was doing, Let God's will be done. Now, there are many of us that understand that it's very possible in the blink of an eye to change situations, just understanding it from that perception. Nothing's ever going wrong. And if there is something that you're seeing, if there's a God reflection that you're looking at that doesn't feel very good, it's only there because it matches your vibration in some way and needs your loving attention. And whether it be for, correction or acceptance or what have you. Nothing is happenstance. Everything's happening for a reason. So if there's a piece of God in front of you that you're not agreeing with, just understand that it's God's will being done. And then respond knowing that you're God's will being done as well. I love you guys.